Kathaa, welcome to Honest Sip at Work Brew.
Thank you.
So, how was your trip?
My trip was super, but genuinely, I did miss Work Brew's coffee.
Wow. I always knew that my coffee is good, but when somebody else tells me that, I'm
So-
really blessed.
Calm down. Let me do the talking for that.
Okay.
But Work Brew's coffee, hands down, is I think one of the best coffees I've had. It's a bit strong for me, so I usually prefer it half shot instead of a full shot. But as we discussed earlier, mornings are supposed to be like, aku pump up kara mate, this coffee is the best.
Check is ready. Don't worry. Thank you for saying that.
No, this is genuine, yeah.
So, Kathaa, in Honest Sip, what we are basically doing is, imagine that the cameras are not rolling, okay? And we are having a conversation, but I want to know things that nobody knows. I know, but nobody else knows. So, let's talk about how did all these things start for you?
All right. So, I think a lot of people think that I started my career with movies and acting. That's in 2020. But the truth is that I actually began my career from 2015, 2016 around with modeling.
2015, 2016.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
I was 17, 18, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. They think that acting thi sharuaat thi thi, but the truth is that I started modeling as a side job or probably for some extra pocket money, and then acting happened accidentally.
So you said you started modeling as a side job, but I know that especially in Gujarat, starting modeling career is not easy. Especially parents, especially there's a lot of pressure from family. Not pressure, but we are from conservative families.
Yeah.
So how did you deal with that? You were 16 that time.
Yeah. So the first thing in modeling that I did was it was a local pageant. I think back in 2015, a lot of local pageants used to happen, like Miss Baroda, Mr. Baroda,
Right.
Miss Baroda Central, etc. So I participated in one of the pageants, and I had to lie at home. My parents didn't know because I knew if I would tell them the truth, they wouldn't allow me. So I lied. I won the thing, and that's
wow.
when my parents knew that I went for something like this. And I'll just tell you like a small incident. My first photo shoot, it was for a designer from Baroda. And it went, I think, something post 7-ish, sunset pachi. So my dad started calling me like rigorously, ke kya che, kitli baar. I was like, it's okay, I'm coming. My mom was there with me. Still, he was so possessive.
Mom was there at the shoot.
Yeah.
And that was still calling you.
Yeah, like my mom used to accompany me to, I think, almost every shoot for 6 months. So she used to come. So and everybody on the set knew that Katha is coming, so mummy aavse.
Just being protective.
Yeah, you know how parents are. 16, 17-year-old girl and all that. So a time par, like I had to tell ke na, please, I won't be comfortable. And then na, to avi such. And now is the time when I'm begging them, please come for a show. Please come. I want you guys on set. But they're like, nah, kari lana. It's very normal now.
Yeah.
So that's like a whole
journey.
Yeah.
So then you started modeling and things were going pretty well for you. You got shoots and all. But so what about your education?
Okay, so I've been a science student all my life.
Science student?
Yeah, doesn't look like it, but that's the truth.
No, you look that like you're educated, of course. I mean, come
No,
on.
I mean, half the people have that impression that, she's an actor or she's a model, so kasu bhani nahi hoye. But I was
Ke bhanu nahi hoye etle.
Bhanu nahi hoye etle. But I never wanted to do engineering, but ghare thi bahut pressure hatu, so...
Ek minute. Did you say engineering? Yeah. I was there till science, then you said engineering. Okay, wow, okay.
So I'm probably half an engineering, electronics and communication engineering student. Because I did my engineering till 2.5 years. It was a 4-year course. But 2.5 years સુધી I pretended, કે ઠીક છે, I'll do it, કરી લઈશ. પછી in 2016 itself, Miss India pageant થાય છે, you know, right? So I got shortlisted from Baroda, from Gujarat.
Wow.
I went till Bombay, and then Bombay, things didn't work out. I lost there. But that was the time ke have ghare nahi kahun that this is what I want to do, then it's too late. So after 2.5 years of doing engineering, I finally mustered the courage to tell my parents that this is not what I like. પહેલા બી કીધું તું, but they didn't take it that seriously કે આ તો નાની છે હજી અને એમાં. But that was a time when we sat like this, had one-to-one conversation. I was like, I can't do this. I want to try my hands on performing arts. So finally, they saw my passion. They saw that hunger in my eyes. So they agreed. And a time per, it was, I think, mid-year. So admissions were not possible in every other field. And acting was also not on my mind that much. So acting education લેવું એ પણ નહોતું મગજ પર. So then garment technology was a field that was available actually. So I went for it. Then I did my BSc, and pachi I did my post-graduation in merchandising and detailing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So then
But now I'm doing acting. So there is no connection.
when you started modeling, like you said that when you were starting the initial stage, you knew that you wanted to be a model. That time, did you know that you were going to be an actress?
No. Like as a kid, I always used to. There was always this actor in me. You know all those daily soaps, Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, and the usual ones that used to come on Star Plus, etc. So my family, we as a family used to sit, and that was our way of spending quality time. Like we used to watch those serials. So as soon as the advertisement came, I used to go to my room and I used to enact those scenes. Like lines by heart thai jati thi. So it was enact karti thi. So there was always this actor in me. But because of family pressure or, you know, that underconfidence, I never thought that I'll actually go something like this. But I think I have this thing that the universe constantly observes.
Right.
So it was meant to be.
So then, when was that time when you thought that now is the right time for the movies, or how did the movie thing come into picture?
It was by accident actually. I had no plans to audition or anything, but I was shooting for a designer, and the photos came out, and one of the casting directors, his name is Bhavin Parmar, he saw my photo and he thought I'll be apt for the character for the movie. And so that was lockdown wala time. So the whole shoot had to happen in one place, and the place was Baroda. So they specifically wanted somebody from Baroda, from actor point of view. So that's how everything like got set and I got the part. Of course, I had to audition twice then, which I did. And they knew that she'll need training, but they thought I'll be right for the part. So that's how I backed my first film.
But I think your first movie was with Malhar.
Yes.
I mean, not everybody gets chance to, you know, do a movie with such great actor.
Yeah.
Of course, you are also a great actor. But back then, when you were just starting, were you that confident that you'll be able to do that? And what was there on your mind? And also, what was the scene after the movie? What were you expecting and what happened?
Okay. So when I got to know that mane actually pehla I didn't want to opt for Gujarati films. I thought because a time par attar it's a golden period for Gujarati films. That time movies were still in the developing stage. Like not a lot of good Gujarati films were coming out. So for me it was a bit ke karu na karu. And then they told me that Malhar Thakur is opposite you. And I was like, okay, then I can
I'm doing
consider.
it. I have my dates available.
Yeah, like I was so naive. I didn't understand at that point it's such a big opportunity. Like pachi I was like, I'll do it if it's Malhar, you know. But then I got to know that, damn, like you have to be humble and all that. But I had not only Malhar, there were other big senior actors like Ojas Rawal, Vanna Pathak. We all know them. We have seen them. So that was a little pressurizing for me because atla senior actors and you have to perform first time with them on a set where 100 people are watching you constantly. I had never been to a set before. Bombay jaiye to bada film city ne gaya hoy, koi divas gayi જ નથી. So for me going on set was the first time when I went for my acting. So that was pressurizing, but I learned a lot. And because I had that in me ke na karu જ છે કરવાનું જ છે. So I used to, thankfully my co-stars were really supportive. So I used to ask them ke chalo let's rehearse 10 times a day, 20 times a day. They never refused. So that helped me a lot. And that's how the whole process went. After the film actually, બધા જે મારા friends હોય કે well wishers હોય, they all, you know, put me on a pedestal કે oh, you have done a film with Malhar Thakur, હવે તો your career is going to boom અને આ film એકવાર successful થઈ જાય પછી back to back films and all that. So અત્યારે I am balanced, stable. I know કેટલું grounded રહેવાનું, કેટલું ઉડવાનું, but that time I was very naive. So I got in that zone કે oh ચલો I've done a film with Malhar, હવે તો બધું શું છે, હવે તો આપણે તો superstar ને એવું. But then life had other plans. Like, પછી એક sudden drop આયો because the film also didn't work that much. It was ahead of its time, I think, actually. So it didn't work that much, and I was home for 6 months doing nothing. એટલે photo shoots ને ચાલતું હતું, but film-wise nothing was working. એટલે એ ફેઝમાં એ પણ I understood that not always being an actor is a very uncertain job. Not every day is going to be golden. Golden days પણ હશે, અને સાથે સાથે there would be some days where you'll be all empty work-wise.
Right.
So that's how you should know how to navigate those empty days, what to do on those empty days. धीरे धीरे with time I'm understanding.
So, okay, I'll confess something at the honest sip.
Okay.
You know, when I figured out that you are into movies and you're doing movies, because I knew you as a model and all. મને honestly એવું લાગ્યું, because she looks beautiful, because she's pretty and a movie મળી ગઈ છે, બાકી acting તો નહીં આવડતું હોય. And then I went to see your first movie, I remember very well.
X2G2.
Yeah, and I saw this scene that you got drunk and you were talking to your, the character husband, our boyfriend. And I was like, oh my God, I mean, she's such a great actor. So I just, at that was the moment that I realized, my God, she's so good in acting. So, I mean, I don't know how many people have seen your movies, but I personally feel that you still have long way to go, and I'm sure that soon I'll see you in some good Bollywood movie as well.
Thank you. You know, funnily, a lot of people feel that I actually got drunk for that scene. Like, I had some alcohol, but એવું નહોતું. We just rehearsed a lot. બહુ practice કરી. That's how.
પણ એ સીનમાં આલ્કોહોલ વગર બી તે જે એક્ટિંગ કરી હતી ને, મને તો ખરેખર એવું લાગ્યું કે વાવ. અને not just that scene, in the whole movie, I saw, and all the other movies that I've seen now, your acting is really good. So,
But you know, for an actor, I think an actor, હું કોઈ દિવસ મારા performance જોડે satisfied નથી હોતી. And I feel it's very important that an actor is never satisfied with his or her performance, because the day you're satisfied કે oh, મેં તો બહુ જ fine કામ કર્યું છે, I think you're doomed that time.
I think not just in acting, in anything, it is the same thing.
Yeah.
So, Katha, I'm sure you have done so many shoots, so there might be some interesting stories. And I want to know, is it that easy as it seems?
No, not at all. So this is a very Bollywood filmy kind of a story, but it's true. It happened with me, so I'm sharing. In one of the films, the film that you saw, there was a song, and the shoot was supposed to happen in Kutch, and that too during winter time. It was a night shoot, and my outfits, the costumes were saris, like sleeveless blouse and a patli ekdam chiffon sari and all that. So I thought, the whole world is doing what's the big deal? Thai just am. And because we had a time crunch, so we had to wrap up the whole shoot in 24 hours. We just had 24 hours to do that song, because Gujarati films ma, you know, budget issues and બધું બહુ હોય. So as actors, I think we tend to support the whole crew and cast. So we don't create a ruckus કે કેવી રીતે થશે શું. So we went to Kutch. It was, I think, 10-11 degrees if I'm not wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, it was that
cold.
Wind હતી ખાસી એવી. And I'm seeing that the whole crew, like camera લાગ્યો છે, the whole crew is opposite me. They're sitting with that fire, તાપણી કરી છે, having garam coffee and chai. અને જેવું action બોલે છે, I have to do that whole romantic wala poses with that expressions on, but અંદરથી I'm feeling like
Freezing.
So I'm freezing. And plus, because it was a long shoot, my body was also exhausted. And because it was cold, my joints were stiff. But camera સામે you can't show it. So we did that thing, but that's when I understood કે આપણે જે ફિલ્ડમાં આયા છે, it's not easy. We are glamorous laborers એક રીતે.
So, on an average, how many hours a day does an actor work? Because it seems like a very luxurious life, and you know, you have makeup dada, you have sound lights and everything. So there are people going around taking juices. This is what the image people have.
પણ એ ના હોય તો કામ જ ના થાય. How do you work? Like, એક માણસ કેટલી જગ્યાએ પહોંચે? You need people around. You need a good team. Otherwise, you cannot show yourself in front of the camera as you have to. So I think I'm very grateful for the team I have.
So also, you know, Katha, like you said that, you know, you had a long day and then you're still working. I'm sure, and when the camera starts rolling, you are there in your character. But I'm sure there might be times that, you know, you're not in the right frame of mind, and there might be something going on in your head. Maybe that mummy kasu kidu, papa kasu kidu, or something is going on in your head, and still the camera starts rolling. How do you deal with those situations?
Yeah, actually, now as of now, I think I'm qualified to say that whatever come what may, but I can do the same, whichever mood I am in. I'm happy or emotional scene or to I'll be able to pull it off. But back then, when I was doing my second film, ત્યારે થોડુંક ઘરે ઇમોશનલ પેલું બધું ચાલી રહ્યું હતું રોલર કોસ્ટર. So I was constantly on calls and chatting with my mom, dad regarding certain things. એ વખતે my mood was very anxious. I was sad. I was angry થોડું. I was disappointed. બહુ જ બધી એવી feelings ચાલી રહી હતી. અને scene હતો romantic, where I have to be like, oh, I love you. And that kind of a scene. So a time per I had to give 36 retakes. Like, please, I'm not a
36.
bad actor, okay? But I had to give 36 retakes that time because the director was not getting the shot. So
Because you're not in the right
yeah,
frame
that
of
one
mind.
struggle, I think, as an actor, you have to be prepared. Okay, whatever mood you're in, but camera same badhu.
So cut to this situation right now. Now you deal with the emotional situation very well, and now can you act while things are not in the right place?
I can, but not that I'm boasting, but I think a lot of experiences taught me that. Like, our 8th film thase, so that helps, right?
Coming to 8th film, I recently figured out that you were in London for a shoot.
Yeah.
So what was that film about, and how was the experience?
I shot 2 films in London actually. One film we've not Aji Sudhi kaik mukyu nathi because India's schedule baki છે. There's a film I shot in May. It's called Layak Nalayak, and I think the audience would like to know that a film confirm જ work group પર થઈ હતી when I was at work group. Remember I told you that you were asking me constantly call પર છે. So this place definitely some sort of lucky charm for me એવું છે. So and this film is with a lot of big stars like Hitu Kanodia, Hiten Kumar, again Shekhar Shukla, Ojas Rawal, like the OGs of Gujarati industry. Everybody is there. So looking forward to it. Like, by God's grace, સારું જ થશે બધું.
Yeah, of course, સારું થશે. But shooting in London and shooting in Kutch, how do you compare it?
Yeah, both places, it was very cold actually. But London, one thing was there that I had that impression that Britishers, so they won't be very okay with us shooting. But surprisingly, they were so warm. And because as soon as they see Indians, they have this one image, Shah Rukh Khan. Like a Bollywood, and we had to make them understand that it's a regional film and all that. But both crowd thai jatu tu tha. Like, we used to shoot London chale, you shoot at Big Ben che ke London aaye che ke badi jagyao par. So a lot of crowd was there. Again, it was very cold. But the major part was that I was shooting opposite Hitu Kanodia. Now he has some next level energy, okay? And he's like a legend, yaar.
Of course,
એમના સામે opposite dance કરવો is a big thing. અને because અમે just London પહોંચ્યા હતા અને next day થી shoot હતું, તો we didn't have time to rehearse choreography ને. તો કોરસ વાળો પોર્શન લાસ્ટ ડે કરાવી દીધો, પણ બીજા બધા સ્ટેપ્સ ધ કોરિયોગ્રાફર ઓન ધ સ્પોટ પેલા ગોવિંદાના ફિલ્મ્સના BTS જોયા ને કે ઓન ધ સ્પોટ શીખવાડે, યુ ડુ ઇટ, અને લાઇટ્સ કેમેરા એક્શન. એટલે હું એટલી પ્રેશરમાં હતી કે કેવી રીતે કરું. એક સાઈડ હિતુ કનોડિયાની એનર્જી છે, બીજી બાજુ સ્ટેપ્સ યાદ રાખવાના છે, ત્રીજી બાજુ ક્રાઉડ આટલું બધું છે, પછી કોસ્ચ્યુમ સંભાળવાનો છે વિથ સો મચ કોલ્ડ અને સો મચ કેઓસ હેપનિંગ અરાઉન્ડ યુ. બટ તે વખતે મારા માટે ઇટ વોઝ છેલ્લે એવું લાગ્યું કે હા કંઈક કર્યો, બિકોઝ ઇન્ડિયન હિતુ કનોડિયા પાસે મેં લખાયું હતું કંઈ, અને ઇઝ લાઈક કે કોઈ ટક્કર કી મિલી હે. એન્ડ આઈ વોઝ લાઈક વાવ, કશુંક જીવનમાં મેં સારું કર્યું હશે.
And that coming from such great actor. Wow. Because he's also an amazing, he's like Shah Rukh Khan of Gujarati movies.
Yeah, definitely. એમના સામે એક્ટ કરવું એટલે these actors, there's a switch. આપણા સામે આવી રીતે વાત કરતા હશે અને પછી સડનલી કોઈ એક્શન બોલી દે ને, એટલે કંઈક aura is different. So that I'm learning every day.
So that's why you went for this acting workshop that you recently.
હા, બિકોઝ મને છે ને બહુ ટાઈમથી આઈ વોન્ટેડ ટુ ડુ સચ વર્કશોપ્સ, બટ નહોતું થતું. એન્ડ નાવ આઈ ફીલ દેટ દેર ઇઝ અ સ્ટેગ્નેશન. લાઈક એટલું બધું ખોટું લર્ન બી થઈ ગયું છે. સો આઈ હેવ ટુ અનલર્ન અ લોટ ઓફ થિંગ્સ, રીલર્ન અ લોટ ઓફ થિંગ્સ. સો હવે આઈ હેવ ડિસાઇડેડ ઇન માય માઇન્ડ દેટ આઈ કોન્સ્ટન્ટલી કીપ લર્નિંગ એનીથિંગ એન્ડ એવરીથિંગ રિલેટેડ ટુ એક્ટિંગ, પરફોર્મિંગ, મૂવીઝ. અત્યારે જ મેં નક્કી કર્યું છે દેટ એવરી ડે આઈ એમ ગોના વોચ એટલીસ્ટ વન ફિલ્મ. Like કોઈ લેમેન માટે એવું લાગશે કે આની પાસે આટલો ટાઈમ
કંપની જોઈએ તો મને કહેજે. આઈ લવ વોચિંગ મૂવીઝ. તો
પ્રોવલ કેટલું કરીશ, સલોન્સ, cafes, restaurants, please don't
this is
embarrass
not about
me.
me, it's about you. So let's talk about you. Okay?
But it's the truth anyway. So that I have in my mind કે હવેથી રોજ એક ફિલ્મ જોઈશ, અને not as a layman but to observe that cinematography કેવી છે, shots કેવા છે. And yesterday ગઈકાલે જ એક ફિલ્મ જોઈ, હું આખું મેં લખ્યું છે કે શું હતું બધું ડિટેલમાં. So that I'm going to
So
do.
that is the interesting thing. So when we watch movies, we watch it to enjoy. It's entertainment for us. For you, you might be learning so much from the movies.
Yeah.
It's like when I watch commercials. I don't see it as a commercial. I start thinking કે કેવી રીતે market કર્યું, શું હશે એવું. When you watch cinema, it's for you it's learning, right?
Yeah.
It's a different way of watching.
So you have to keep a switch in your mind. Like the first time I see a movie, મારે ભૂલી જ જવું પડે. I have to keep that thing aside કે I'm watching it for the frames or what. As a movie જોઉં. પછી second time then આખું એને analysis વાળા રીતે જોઉં. So yeah.
So when you get a script at when you started it, so do you read the script and decide that, oh, this is a good script, I'll do it, or you just take whatever comes your way?
Up until, I don't want to lie to you, so up until now I took whatever came to me because I am not there yet. Like my friends around me, well-wishers feel oh, she's an actress, she's a celebrity, but I still feel I have a very long way to go. So up until now I was taking whatever came to me, but now as I'm learning the craft also, thodo confidence have ayo that I'm working towards my craft. So the workshop I did recently, that helped a lot actually. That's when I actually realized ke હું શું કરતી હતી અત્યાર સુધી. So it was a very intensive workshop, a lot of mental workout, physical workout, but it completely changed me as a person.
Katha, these days, I've been seeing all the reels and all, and you also know that creator economy is a term. It's booming, and creators are making so much money these days. Sometimes I even feel that they're doing better than actors also. I mean,
They are,
even
yeah.
Shah Rukh and other, even Bollywood, they call creators for promoting their movies, right? So for you to become a creator is a very easy thing because you already are into acting, you're a model. So have you thought about that, or are you doing that as well with whatever you are doing right now?
I've thought about it and I've tried my hands at it, but મને એવું અંદરથી લાગે છે કે I won't be a very good creator. I can be a good actor. Like that passion for being an actor to act on the camera is, I think that will come naturally to me. Creator valu, you know, it's a need to do. So I have to do. So I am doing. I don't want to do it. And I think it's safe to say we already have a lot of creators. So I don't want to focus on that side. Yeah.
So I still remember once, many years back, I walked into a market and you had a nice jewelry store.
Yeah.
And I picked up some beautiful jewelry and you told me you designed it. So are you still continuing that business, or it was just a passion that you forgot, or what?
It's happening on the side for sure. As I said, mentioned ke I did my merchandising and retailing. So we started off as a final project hoy na, so we had to develop a brand. So I developed a jewelry brand called Ratna Katha. And I took Alto Vidana je owner છે, founder છે શિવરાજ ગાયકવાડ સરથી મેં ટ્રેનિંગ લીધી હતી. I learned hands on કેવી રીતે જાતે jewelry બનાવાય, and then of course was the whole process to making basically 24 karat gold plated jewelry.
Nice.
I made 2 collections. They went really well. I sold them at a very good profit. That's there. If this doesn't work out, or you know, if I'm bored of it, which I don't think I will be, but that's the plan. But mostly future નું કહું ને હું તો એવું Indian I feel કે તમે કંઈ પણ whatever you're doing, what difference are you making to the world or to the society? And આ કોઈ પેલું I'm not giving a lecture or બહુ પેલી philosophical વાતો કરું છું, but I genuinely feel what is that one thing that you're doing that is going to help the society, or what difference can you make? So for me, I want to do something through my work, through my acting, which હમણાં તો એવું કંઈ સ્કોપ નથી. હમણાં તો it's just for entertainment purpose. પણ મને એવું થાય છે કે later on I would want to combine performing arts with healing and open of an institute or something of that kind in our city, because Ahmedabad, Bombay, they're already established in such things. Baroda હતું એક ટાઈમ પર, હમણાં નથી. So I feel કદાચ if I can do something like that.
What do you think about spirituality? Are you a spiritual person?
So not for actors, but I think especially for models, people feel that because she's a model, she'll be very materialistic, not at all interested in such sort of a thing. So Mara jodo bahut thatu tu when I used to model. Set पर the first people you meet are the makeup artists. So savar no atmosphere છે. So I have a habit of listening to some chanting or mantras or bhajans or whatever. So मैं મૂકું ને બધા આવે ને they were like, madam તમે સાંભળો છો? And yeah, they got એટલા shock થઈ જતા હતા because એ impression match જ નથી થતી. So I've always been a God-fearing and a God-loving person. And I have no shame in admitting that because whatever you are, I think it's અહીંયાથી નહીં હોય તો નહીં થાય બસ. So I am a spiritual person. And lately, like life has transformed me into a more spiritual soul. And that's what I want to give back to the society. Ke maybe 1 or 2 souls I can help and turn them towards this. Because in the end, spiritual or materialistic to બધું.
You know, I've been observing you since quite a long time, and I've seen that you're really enterprising. At a point, I felt that even if you don't do anything, it's okay. I mean, you don't need to do it. Yeah. But still, I've always seen you that you are up for things. You know, that's really one nice thing about you that I've observed, and that's why I respect you all the more. That you know, you're always there. You would not be like, nah, this is my level. Abadu nathi. So that's really
a hunger je છે ને, that hunger should never go away, I feel, because I think that hunger will keep you going. Otherwise તો પછી શું છે પપ્પાના પૈસા થઈ ગયું એવું હોય. So
cool. So Katha, that brings us to the end of Honest Sip at Work Brew. Do you want to give any message to your audience?
Message to nahi, but there's this quote I put on Instagram recently which resonates a lot with me, and I think a lot of people today also, which goes something like वक्त को थोड़ा वक्त दो, वक्त आने पर वक्त बदल जाएगा.
Wow.
जे हो तो पहुंची गए ऑडियंस સુધી.
Cool. Thank you, Katha. That was Honest Sip at Work Brew, where behind every frame there is a real story.
Cheers.
Cheers.